Welcome again, everybody. Joseph Manella. He wants me to put the first Boston album versus the first Iron Maiden album. Man, this was tough, man. Doing this, I was like, ugh. I know there's going to be morons out there. Every time I do these track by tracks and I love a song, but it loses, even though I love it, people leave comments like, they're dumb. People are dumb that disagree with a musical taste and have to tell me because I should correct myself like they are some kind of superior. Man, most of you weren't even born yet when I was into this shit. Seriously, your parents didn't even meet yet. Seriously. Your mother did not meet your father yet at the corner of the ghetto. And you know what she was doing out there. He drove up, paid, for him to have some sex with her, and then they fell in love, and they had you. It makes all the sense in the world. Your mother's a whore, and your dad's a John. That's why you are the way you are. All right, so, yeah, there's some great songs that lose on here, man. They're both perfect albums, and I'll tell you right now, I'll piss some people off. All right. I'm being a little unfair to the pickle whistlers out there. Not all your moms are whores, and your dad's a John. That I'm not. But those of you that your mom is not a whore, and your dad's not a John, your parents are cousins. I like the first Iron Maiden album more than Boston, and believe me. Both albums are all killer, no filler. Oh yeah, and then I also have to bring this up. Of course they're different, right? I don't know. I've always gotten comments like this here and there, but now there's been a rash of comments of people going, why are you putting those two albums together? Like, yeah, I'm supposed to follow your rules. Here on the Almost Human channel, we have no rules. You know why we have no rules? Because we got the rules, right? We turned it sideways and shoved it up the ass of the people that leave stupid comments like, hey, those are nothing alike. This ain't a fair comparison. My butt hurts. Mom, make me a Hot Pocket when you're done with your John. Here we go. All right. More Than a Feeling versus Prowler. Right there. More Than a Feeling, those hits. I'll admit this right now. I took, oh my God, what's his name? Damn it, Brad. What's the singer of Boston's name? See, I already forgot his name. But anyway, I took him for granted. Because after he died, I realized, my God, he's one of the greatest singers ever. All right, suspend your animation now. This is AI, but I just had to move it to, what's his name? Brad Delp. It doesn't even say his name here. It says Bradley. All right, back to AI. This is all AI stuff, people. I own these records. All right, I own the records, but this is AI. This ain't the records. All right. Yeah, More Than a Feeling. Come on. But then I'm going to have to tell you my story of finding out about this album, which I've told before, but it's a great story, and I'm going to tell it again. I never heard of Iron Maiden, ever. I went to 49th Street, Westland Mall, had a Specs Music. I walked in, and I saw that album cover. And I was like, what the hell is that? And then I turned it over. All right, let's pretend it's not AI for a second. I turned it over, and they looked like Judas Priest, except for Steve Harris. Steve Harris looked like Pete Way. So I was like, I gotta buy this. I can't leave the store without it. I took money to buy something else because I only can afford one album back then. I used to cut grass. That was GoFundMe back in the late 70s and early 80s. The GoFundMe we had to go out there and cut lawns. And my dad was a gardener at the time. Rest his soul. And he would let me borrow his. He would actually. My dad, he was so cool. My dad would never give me money, you know, ever. You know, if hey, Pop, can I go to the theater? No. Fuck you, you know. And I would tell my dad. I remember one time at dinner, saying, this always stuck to my mind. I'm having dinner, I told my dad, Bob, I need $5 for whatever. I think it was a little cushion thing for my bike I wanted. Bob, can I? And he goes, no. I go, come on, Bob, what the fuck? And he goes, you know where your money is? See that roof right there? See that food you're about to eat? That's your money. But he was also a good man, so he would say to me, go cut lawn. Look, I found that my dad was a gardener, and he knew some people that had like lawns around the area. And he goes, look, take the lawnmower, cut their lawn, and keep all the money. That's my dad. My dad used to cut like Winn-Dixie, which it's still around. It's a big chain of supermarkets. And back then, I'm sure now they have clients, you know, they deal with certain lawn people to get their shit. Back then, my dad, man, he didn't have no fucking business or nothing. It was just him. He'd just go cut lawns. And every Saturday and Sunday, he would that's another thing. He wouldn't pay me. But in the morning, on Saturday and Sunday mornings, you know, the days that our days off from school, he would drag me and my brother to go help him cut the lawn at Winn-Dixie and shit like that, and other big places, and we wouldn't get paid a penny. My job wasn't cutting grass back then. My job was picking up the rocks. So, you know, when the lawnmower it wouldn't hit them. You know, I would look for rocks. That was my job. It was an easy job. But still, I wouldn't get paid for it. Well, I did get paid for it with the roof and the food I ate. But then my dad gave me the lawnmower. Go cut these people's yard and keep the money. I don't want none of it. He installed that in me. He installed working. Go out there, work, and make money. My dad was the best. I miss him so freaking much. Every single day I think about him, man. It's been over a year now, and it's torturous to me, you know, being without him. Because, yeah, I'm 60 years old. Well, I was 59 when he died. And, or no, was I? Yeah, I was 59. I made it to 59 with my dad still around. And that's something I should be so happy about as well. But I remember, it's 59 years being with the guy, man. And all of a sudden he's yanked out of the picture. It hurts, man. It hurts like crazy. But I'm going to keep going on because I don't want to cry. All right, I'm giving it to Prowler. When I took that album home and I put it on that turntable and I heard Prowler for the first time, it changed my life. Totally changed my life. I'm giving it to Prowler. All right, next. This is torture. Peace of Mind versus Remember Tomorrow. Peace of Mind is my favorite song off the first Boston album. My favorite. My favorite. Remember Tomorrow is my favorite off this album, though. I'm giving it to Maiden again. Remember Tomorrow wins. All right, next. All right. I had to cut. This is one song, Foreplay and Long Time. I had to cut it in half so all the songs can fit because I wanted to add Sanctuary. Sanctuary is not on the European version, but it is on the American version. So I had to cut Foreplay and Long Time to make everything even out. And Foreplay is going against I'm Running Free, yeah, da-da. Maiden. Again, I got to go with Maiden. Look at all these killer Boston songs getting beat by me. You know, what's your opinion? Leave it in the comments below. Yeah, I'm giving it to Running Free. All right, next. Long Time versus Phantom of the Opera. Side 1 is dominated by Iron Maiden. I'm giving it to Phantom of the Opera. All right, kids. Let's pick a random album right here. And this episode is being brought to you by Joseph Manella and, yeah, Gentle Giant. What's the name? Oh, Three Friends. This is one of my favorite ones. Probably my top 3. I love Gentle Giant. And it's not the type of music I would like. It's proggy but real weird at the same time. Three Friends. Probably my second favorite after Octopus. Alright. Rock and Roll Band versus Transylvania. Yeah, this hurt too, man. I'm finally giving one to Boston. Transylvania does. Rock and Roll Band. Everybody is waiting, then I'm down, anticipating love and music. Play, play. I know I got the lyrics wrong, but man, that song rules. I'm giving it to Boston. All right, next. Smokin' versus Strange World. This one hurts too. I love them both a lot, but again, I got to go with Boston. Smoking and smoking, keep on eyeing, baby, keep on toking. Hell yeah. Boston gets another point. All right, I'm telling you, Boston ain't going to get shut out. This album won't get shut out against anything, I don't think. It might lose, but it ain't going to get shut out. All right, next. Gonna hit you right, think for the other side versus Sanctuary. Sanctuary, man. Rips, killer, probably heaviest tune, fastest song, badass song. Hitch a Ride, mellow, but beautiful, and it wins. I'm giving it to Boston again. See, Boston is kicking ass now. Hitch a Ride is beautiful. I was very disappointed. The only time I ever saw Boston wasn't really Boston. It was Tom Schultz and friends. They didn't play Hitch a Ride. Yeah, I could have seen the Third Stage Tour, but I hated that album so much I didn't go. Like an idiot. Like an idiot. I should have went. I should have seen. I wish I could have seen Brad Delp live. But yeah, I'm giving it to Hitch a Ride. All right, now. Something About You versus Charlotte the Harlot. Yeah. It hurts. I gotta say, my least favorite songs about the Boston album are the last two, and I still love them. They're both still great. Charlotte the Harlot wins. I love this album. It doesn't... well, yeah, actually, the last song on Iron Maiden is my least favorite song on the album, song Iron Maiden. And it's going against Let Me Take You Home Tonight, which may be... it's either that or Something About You. My least favorite off the Boston album. Still love them both. I'm giving that one to Iron Maiden. I love that song though. My least favorite, but I love it. So Joseph, there's a final score. Yeah, Iron Maiden kind of dominated, man. But what do you all think? Let me know in the comments below. And if you think this is unfair, you shouldn't put these together because they're different type of album. One guy even said, you're putting this together, they're not even in the same decade. Wild. Wild stuff, wacky stuff. And you people that feel that way, yeah, leave your comments below and just let us know you have a sandy vagina. And thank you again, Joseph, and everybody out there. If you like donate, I got a PayPal in the description below. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Ring that little notification bell and like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithms. So stay frosty. Listen to the first Boston album and then listen to the first Iron Maiden album, right? Don't do it in reverse or I'll go over there and sap you like a bitch. I really will. Play them in that order. And schmack 'em a gob.